Hello everybody, I am Marscapone and these are my robots. Welcome back to Factorio. This is modded Factorio and the mod pack is seablock. And this is a retroactive let's play. I finished the game together with cresconio. And I'm just going through my saves to show you all the different stages we went through. The stages of insanity. And it's finally come to it. We removed the old base. The first starter base used to be here. Here's the old solar farm. Let's actually look at our power needs at the moment. We're up to almost a gigawatt. And what better thing to put in place of our old base than a sulfuric acid, or just sulfur at this point, I guess. Factory, a sulfur factory. So this is for, oh look at that train go. And limestone. This is for the utility belt. This goes all the way to the mall and science, intermediate, or what would you even call it? Utility products that help the other processes. Look at how fast I'm walking. How many? I have still 7 legs. I don't have any electricity though. What else has changed? Let's have a look at the map. Well, we built a whole new setup for ores. This one is sterites. Let's have a closer look at that. How's everything else doing? Science looks the same. Oh yeah, we have more setups here. Oh, that's cool. What mod is that even? I didn't even know that was a thing. Who did that? So this is where we make green circuit boards. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's all backed up. There must be something missing here. What are we missing? Why is it all backed up? Oh, solder is kinda slow. Yeah, solder is definitely the bottleneck at this point. So many different bottlenecks. It's always a new surprise what's gonna be the next bottleneck. Although it's usually iron or copper or aluminum. Aluminium? Let's go with aluminium. And we kinda completed all the other modules. The orange one and the green one, as I like to call them. I always mix them up. I know blue is speed. And I know what this one does, but I always like to call it efficiency module, but it's called productivity, I think. And this isn't even called efficiency, but effectivity. I don't know. Where was I going? So to give you an idea of the size of the base, I'm gonna show you me walking past all the other factories. This is the ferrous solution one. These are the old setups we had. What are these guys gonna do? They're gonna empty my sand. Okay. This is rubite. Okay, quickly then. Quickly. Don't bother me. If I walk away, they'll chase me forever. Probably a lot of bobmonium here. How are these warehouses doing? Not too shabby. And yeah, like I said before, Cresconio was the one working on all the ratios. And he reworked his calculations sometimes. He updated his Excel files. And this is the newest version of the best ratios. And there's some beacons incorporated, although beacons mess up all your ratios anyway, so it's kind of annoying. This is steritic indeed. Why is this not doing anything? Let's do some on-camera troubleshooting, bottleneck searching. Is it just because these things are full? Is it not getting enough sulfuric acid? That's what it is. Okay, I'm not gonna solve that. That's a whole different problem. But yeah, this is the new setup. Is there anything else? Well, it's more compact, I guess, since the electrolyzers and the washing plants are at the same level. So the electrolyzers make crushed stone, make mineralized water. Washing plants make geodes, which make crystal slurry. Which makes mineral sludge. Oh yeah, and then the mineral sludge gets made into stereotype ore, and the stereotype ore gets over here, gets crushed into stereotype crushed ore. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, crushed stereotype, and then gets refined into chunks, and then the crystals. Yeah, crystals get put on this belt. This is a mess to walk through, especially with the speed we have now. Gets refined into purified stereotype. And the purified stereotype gets sorted into all these different... Oh lord, there's an alarm going off. Oh yeah, and here's the... Oh my god. Here's the new smelting setup for aluminium. Let's quickly go there before this alarm drives me crazy. Am I there yet? Am I there yet? Oh, please make it stop. Oh, thank God. So yeah, as soon as this warehouse, there's a speaker connected up to this warehouse, and if there's more than 150,000 sodium carbonate in this warehouse, it'll start beeping. So we know we have to destroy this warehouse so no one gets placed. So we can keep on making aluminium, because otherwise the production will just stop and we won't notice before it's all too late. So yeah, we updated our aluminium smelting because that was one of the bottlenecks, and it was, well, all of these are kind of old setups. Like this is a Mark III pallet press, well, everything else is Mark IV. So yeah, one of the toughest things about such a complicated mod pack, which I personally also always have a lot of trouble with, is that you have to keep upgrading stuff, you have to keep automating stuff, you have to make sure everything is the most efficient, the most up to date, if you really wanna don't waste too much time. But yeah, personally I don't really care about wasting time. I don't mind walking around with the full inventory of stuff, dropping it off here and there to speed things up. So I'm really bad at that. Luckily Cresconio is better with that, so he designed the smelting procedure here for the aluminium. But yeah, I think if we would do this again, we probably would make an in-between base between our starter base that we destroyed at the beginning of this episode, or well, actually between episodes, and this base. Yeah, the tough thing is though, you have to research all kinds of stuff before you can start your final base. It's tough. It's not... I have trouble with that. Also in modded Minecraft, I always have trouble with making sure I'm up to par with the latest researched, most efficient ways of doing stuff. But we managed in the end, so it's okay. This is our to-do list: solder, like we already saw, blue circuit boards, and science and rocket silo still. But I guess that's about it for this save. Here is a new save. What has changed? Another sulfuric acid factory, of course. Because, like we just saw, sulfuric acid is always a problem. Definitely one of the most frequent bottlenecks. But I think that's about it. So let's jump right into the next save, shall we? Let's just appreciate how big this map is once more. This one's 373 hours in. We're at the mall. It's quite busy. We added some extra assembling machines for gears. We even are starting to use modules at this point. Anything else new? Was this here before? This is the newest edition. So this is the science belt. These are all the science setups. And then we put all this sand down. And this is all making ores. Or not yet. This is gonna make all the ores for the science. So this is making the ores for the mall. Here, this is the mall at the moment. This is making all the ores. And we made... Oh, hello, yellow alien artifact research. We took our most efficient setup and duplicated it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times over here for the 6 different ores. Rubites, cretinium, stereotite, popmonium, and 2 I'm forgetting right now. Jivelite and sapphirite. Yeah, I remember. And then we're gonna do 1 or 2 of the big special ones with the ferrous solution and the copper cupric solution. And these are the sulfuric acid setups for all these. And 1 is making hydrofluoric acid. So yeah, that's quite an upgrade. It might not seem like much. But trust me, this took us quite a while to set this all up. And to make all the machines. Although that happens automatically in the mall, of course. And yeah. But this was a big step forward for us. And for science. A big step forward for science. Yes. So where does that lead us in the next save? Well... Look at this. Trains! More trains! Yay! So, as I said in the previous episode, Cresconio is responsible for all the ratios, all the calculations on how many of each machine we need. And I was responsible for the trains setup. So if you think it's really ugly and over the top and totally unnecessary, it's all my fault. But it looks cool, doesn't it? So yeah, trains are kind of complicated, or well, it's pretty logical, but it's, I don't know, you have to know some stuff about how it works, I guess. But I guess that makes sense. So I'm not an expert by far, but I had a lot of fun setting all this up. So basically all these setups make different ores. They all make 6 different ores. They get separated after this warehouse. Then they get put in these boxes. And then when a train arrives, they get filled. And then there's these train stops. There's no trains yet at this stop. Is there any trains yet? I guess we can look at them on the map. Yeah, there's 3 trains. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's the ferrous solution guy. 7 setups. Each with 6 train stops, except this one has 5. There's 6, but there's only 5 different ores coming here. And then we're gonna make all the smelting setups here. And they're gonna feed into the science bus. So the first one obviously is iron. A very beautifully made setup here. With nickel, iron and cobalt making iron. And I think eventually it's gonna be 3 green of the fastest belts. Fully compressed. So yeah, this is definitely not the most efficient setup with these crossroads. Yeah, I just thought it looked cool and it works out pretty okay in the end, so that's fine by me. And this is carbon to fuel the trains. And what I wanted to show you was the schedule for the trains, so I hope I can find one. Let's zoom out a little. This guy should have a schedule. Yes. So this is the schedule for the train. He goes, so all these stops are named 1 Zephyrite, 2 Stereotype, 3 Jive Light. I don't know the order anymore. From the top of my head. Then the drop-off points are called A, iron drop-off. So A is for the order, so this one's going to be A, this one's going to be B, C, and then the 2 letters next to it are iron, and then the next one is going to be called BCO, so B because it's the second one, CO for copper, and then iron drop-off, and then do we have another one? Yeah. So this one goes to the same stop, but it's nickel drop-off. I hope that makes sense. And we can visit, let's quickly visit the drop-off point. And we started using trains here. We decided on using trains because belts eventually start lagging out your game. So for example, all these items on all these belts, it kind of starts lagging out your game, and we have a lot of those. We have a lot of belts, we have a lot of items on those belts, and if your base becomes this ridiculously big, it just starts lagging out your game, which is no fun, no bueno. So here's a train. I like trains, so that's why we decided to use trains. So this is nickel drop-off, this is iron drop-off, and this is cobalt drop-off. And then they go to their respective smelting setups. And they get combined into here, and then smelted into there, and then iron. And then iron, that's how it goes. So this is quite a big update to the previous save. It's really cool seeing it come together like this. I'm happy I saved all these save files. So that was that one, 388 hours. Then let's go to 413 hours. And here's our to-do list. And I'm guessing we're low on power at this point. We are. Whoa, wow, that's quite a jump. Last time I showed this, we were at 1 gigawatts. Now we're at, well, more than 4.8 gigawatts, apparently. It's a lot of beacons. I don't think we even use a lot of beacons, honestly. We've just set them up, so once we start making modules, we can put them in there. That would save us a gigawatt of power, though. And also research is really power intensive. So yeah, we need to make more reactors, and we also, wow, this is quite a big jump again. Because at this point we have 4 reactors, or 4 times 8, 16, yeah, math. So a lot of reactors. What's that noise? What we could do, let's quickly save the day here. Let's go over here. Oh, yeah, here we go. And then put these in here. And put these in here. And somehow that worked. Oh, that's it. Let's do this. Let's do this. And let's do this. And then in a while, might take a while. Well, doesn't seem too bad. How are we doing? A little bit better. So let's have a look at the map. We made another sulfuric acid outpost here, factory, because long pipes, and these are long pipes, because this sulfuric acid goes all the way to these factories all the way to here. And long pipes are not only bad for throughput, but also for the frames. Look at this. We're at 30 frames per second. When we started at 60. So yeah, our base is getting really huge and kind of laggy. Oh, and look at this. Okay, this is quite a big step again. We have all these smelting setups. Let's go look at them all. This is iron. It's pretty well, doing pretty well. And copper. What's this? That's not steel, I think. I guess we can do this and see. Invar. It's Invar. So basically what we did is we just checked to see what the science was low on, and then we started building those smelting setups. This is a new plastic setup, which is pretty good, a lot better than what we had. Where was I? Invar. So this is Invar, this is copper wire, I guess, yeah. This is silicon plates. This is steel. Looking pretty cool. Gold, yes. What's this? Tin plates and tin copper wire. This is chromium. Why is it low? Something's wrong here. This is aluminium. This is we copied this from the mall setup. And this has a drain for liquids, because it uses hydrofluoric acid. And this setup is for solder. So yeah, these are way better setups than we have over here in the mall. So science is going way better than what's happening in the mall. This is more utility belts for the mall, because carbon really gets eaten by green circuit boards, for example. This is all carbon and it actually uses the carbon. Maybe there's a better example here. Yeah, it's not really moving that fast, but it's all backed up too. Yeah, see, once it really needs it, it's really getting used quite quick. And another thing is I started working on the new mall. So this is a better mall. This is the ultimate mall. We have all of the resources needed for every single machine we want to craft here. All gets put into passive provider chests, and then about 1,000, well, almost 1,000 robots come here and help craft this stuff. And the way I did it was I looked at my inventory, and just every page has its own layout here. And these are all the intermediate products for everything that's going on here. So yeah. And we're up to 6 gigawatts. And there's another station here. Oh, because we also have the rocket silo set up then. Do we? Not quite yet. Oh, it's gonna be here. Yeah, we're making the stuff for the rocket silo. Oh, it is here, but it's not quite set up. We're making the stuff for the rocket silo. Over here. And over here. Storing them in bulk already. And they also need speed modules zeros, which is why that train setup is there. Yeah, this setup for the hydrofluoric acid, this doesn't work. There's trains coming from here, and they need to turn because they need to go back. It's not gonna work. I guess this is a good spot to end the episode. Let's have a look at our production. Let's see if you can find anything cool, anything worth noting. Preferably circuit boards. There's so much stuff in here. Oh, black ones, 58 per minute. That seems a lot better than last episode. I may miss them. I may not see them. Wouldn't surprise me. There's so much going on. And red ones, 1,000 per minute. Pretty okay. Did we miss the green ones then? We might have missed the green ones. Here's the green ones. 2.8k per minute. That's pretty impressive in my books. Can we find the blue ones? Yeah. Oh, they're right here. 280 per minute. Not too shabby. And the last 5 seconds. Yeah, about the same. Anyone interested in fluids? 16 million water per minute. That's pretty crazy. And one last look at the power. Yeah, 6 gigawatts. What a difference. What a difference. Now for a way to die. Well, I guess we can do the water trick. Oh, here, it's straight. There we go. Killed by cargo wagon. We're at more than 4,000 big acid worms at this point. More than 3,500 giant worms. More than 1,500 behemoth worms. Around 1,000 of all the other worms. Not too shabby. And 413 hours and 30 minutes. Pretty crazy. A long ride. Anyway, thanks for watching.